Imagine being 10 years old and having to move from your domestic, fairly normal middle-class Swedish household to a 70s hippie communist commune. One would have a very unique childhood, to say the least. Tillsammans, directed by LUKAS MOODYSSON, is one of my favorite films of all time, and today I want to talk about the perfect ending that leaves you smiling like an idiot. This film is shot in a documentary-like style, following the lives of a 1970s communist commune after a new, average and unpolitical family moves in. Like his other most renowned film, Gåmål, it is a blend of dark comedy and drama that keeps you emotionally invested and touched during the moments of pain, yet also hysterical in its brighter moments. There are some golden moments of comedy, like when Lena desperately wants to sleep with Eric, but all he wants to talk about is communism.
Jag vill jättegärna diskutera bara. Vad menar vi med mervärde?
And these poor kids of communists who ironically want nothing more than to play torture and war, as all kids do.
Nej, pappa skulle ha lego i trä till mig. Han har bara 2 bitar.
They just want to be kids. They don't care about politics, and they serve as such a relieving contrast from their parents who strictly live under the political rules that they themselves have constructed. And despite Moodysson being a leftist, he's able to laugh at himself and people on his end of the political spectrum. He in no way glorifies communism in this form. In fact, he makes fun of it. He suggests that regardless of what political side you're on, we're all idiots, and what we need is family, community, and simply being together. Moodysson consistently reflects how politics can define an identity, awaking passion and purpose, completely consuming personalities. And humoristically, he criticizes the somewhat rational and educated adults through the perspective of children. What I love about Moodysson's films are the way he accurately represents childhood and children's perspectives. These kids aren't mindless objects lacking intellectual agency and personality. Instead, they often act with greater rationality than their parents, while validly criticizing their behavior. Children can often see things more clearly than adults, but these characters are all imperfect and true. There are no heroes. There are characters young and angry, existentially lost, characters who fall in love and discover their sexuality. There's always this tension of disconnection within this commune. Rolf and Elisabeth are broken up. Lena and Göran are on different pages of their relationship. The kids are disconnected from their parents, but this is juxtaposed with them being forced to be physically together. They may all be disconnected, but they are never lonely. And this is contrasted against Rolf's life, the man Elisabeth left, who is now suffering with loneliness, who finds solace in another man who too is suffering from the same debilitating condition, which can be common in developed nations like Sweden. Moodysson emphasizes this through proxemics. In the communist commune, there are often characters moving in and out of the frame, across from each other, through the space, which contrasts to Rolf, who is small and alone, his loneliness emphasized by the still and overwhelming space constantly around him. This is a film that is brimmed with darkness, stolen youth, neglectful parenting, and alcoholism, but comedy accents and punctuates these darker themes, making them resonate poignantly. Moodysson distracts us from their suffering through interaction and through relationships. Our lives, no matter how we live, will always have some degree of suffering, whether we live in an average capitalist perfect family or in a communist commune. Our fate is the same. The idea of escaping suffering is impossible and can never be promised regardless of political ideology. It is simply a condition of life. And through humor, Moodysson consistently reminds us of this. Our only choice is to hold on what is simple in life, what is never a question, that of laughter, friends, and family. When those are found, one realizes that life is quite simple, and no suffering is worse than that of loneliness. These thematic elements lead to this explosion of an ending that brings all these disconnections together. Despite them all being strangers, they become one big family. Because in family there are conflicts and disconnections, but we have the courage and comfort to be ourselves. And what brings them together is not their shared political ideologies, but their shared need to just be together. Letting go, playing football in the snow, in a true Swedish winter. In the end, all they've got is each other. As Birger says,
Hellre äta gröt tillsammans än fläskkotlett ensam.
And there is this childlike innocent playfulness that brings them together. That's how we solve conflicts as children, and ironically, we were right. This is the best way to solve conflicts. So as Abba, the glitter of life, plays, they're brought together, playing football in the snow, and we're left smiling like happy idiots. This is a film one should watch, especially considering the current global political polarization. It is a reminder of the importance of relationships and how, beyond our political opinions and lifestyle choices, we all need and desire the same things, and we all do our best when we have people we love around us. Whether living in collectivist societies or individualist ones, this is a film which seeks to remind us of this. If you're new here, a warm welcome to the channel, and if you're back, you might have noticed that I fell off the face of the earth. But I'm back with many projects to come, and I thank you for staying. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.